There we are. Alright, I'm feeling a lot better now. Holy shit. A lot better now. Holy shit. The other day, when I tried streaming, I was like really sick. Like, I got motion sick just trying to play the game. And it even carried on till yesterday. But today, I'm feeling way better. I think maybe the humidity, like, oh wait, hold on. I think maybe the humidity really fucked with my brain or something, because I like just playing Dead by Daylight, playing even Terraria made me motion sick. Like, I felt so fucking dizzy, but now I'm way better, way better. Ugh. So I wanted to play, like, so this is, like, I'm not gonna count last stream. This is gonna be my actual first time playing Henry. Like, actually, because, like, I tried, but, like, I was more so focused on just trying not to throw up when I was playing him the other time, but this will be an actual, true, like, play of Henry Creel the First. And so the first power is test subject number 001. Special ability, Vine Attack. Press and hold the power button to charge a Vine Attack. When charged, press the attack button to activate it, creating a small area of effect on the ground. Any survivors caught within the area of the Vine Attack earn a World Breaker token. Special ability, the Upside Down and Undergate. The killer can enter the Upside Down to navigate the map quickly by tapping the ability button, while in the Upside Down, the killer can activate an Undergate attack to return to the map, creating a large area of effect on the ground. Survivors caught within its radius gain 2 World Breaker tokens. Special condition / item, World Breaker and Grandfather Clocks. Once a survivor has gained enough tokens, World Breaker activates and the World Breaker timer begins. While World Breaker is active, both the Vine Attack and Undergate attacks do damage to survivors instead of adding World Breaker tokens. And 4 Grandfather Clocks activate. World Breaker lasts for a predetermined amount of time based on the number of survivors alive. Survivors can interact with the Grandfather Clocks spread around the map to speed up the World Breaker timer. Ooh, and of course, his personal perks. Hex Hive Mind. The first time you hook a survivor, a dull totem ignites. The ores of generators show their progress. When one generator remains, all generators explode, lose 10% progress, and start regressing. The Hex Totem is extinguished. You let us in, and now you are going to have to let us stay. Secret Project. Whenever a totem is blessed or cleansed, a random unblocked generator is blocked for 30 seconds. Whenever one or more generators are blocked, you gain undetectable for 30 seconds. You are a prisoner here, just like me. Turn back the clock. After hooking a survivor for the next 60 seconds, use E to make target generator. To make target generator you can see within 20 meters explode, lose 10% progress, and start regressing. I got a shit ton of blood points because I did the creator code for 10 million blood points. I'm sure you guys already know about it. So this is what the first actually looks like. I can't turn him. This came with the Rift Pass a while ago. Oh yeah, Jason's here, but you know, I don't have him. I don't own him yet. This is still mostly a Henry chapter for me. Oh yeah, new challenges. We can do. We can do. Or I can do. And I'm almost done with my milestones. Just 3 more. Oh yeah, there's also aura customization. They made it so that way now you can choose the auras of multiple things, hash totems and everything. I don't know what special items are. Well, if it's special, I'll know. Yeah, ever since now that Jason's now released, everyone's playing Jason. Yeah, so we're gonna have long queue times, so that means we can just chill, relax, and enjoy our time here.
Welcome everyone to the grand opening of our newest exhibit, the Blue Star of Egypt. All right, people, we all know what's coming next. Let's see if we can at least make it through a round of hors d'oeuvres before the first supervillain shows up. Apparently, there's a salmon bagel bite.
Everyone, freeze! Sorry to be so cold-hearted, but Mr. Freeze is stealing that ice.
I was not expecting paprika. A+ effort, honestly.
Everyone, chill out, or Captain Cold will put you on ice. Oh, come on! I thought we had the schedule worked out. This is my day. I have a new assistant. I'm still bringing him in. Everyone, stay cool. It's about to get downright bone-chilling in here, thanks to Icicle.
Wow, I just walked into a cluster
Everyone, freeze! Oh, for sake. Oh, I completely forgot about Chillblaine.
You and America, buddy.
Welcome everyone.
You and America, buddy. We have a schedule for this. God damn it. Jobs are bullshit. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. Alright, time to actually play the first. Alright. Let's actually, like, you know, play the character as intended for the adept.
You have little time left.
3 down.
It will not be so easy.
Still have a melee. I think his perks and bugs.
I am inevitable. No!
Okay, I think now you need like line of sight for it, which sucks. They nerfed it.
I am prepared. You cannot run!
Yeah, I'm definitely able to actually focus on the game and I don't actually throw up, which is nice. mistakes. I redid my adept. Oh, it's lagging. Hold on.
Just gonna be trouble. The Dwight that was just. 게다가 이게 지금 안 나왔죠? 아니 오히려 우리 사냥 당하는 거 아닌가요, 이거? level play of Dead by Daylight. New killer.
It's VHSX? What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I wanted to get into a video that I was pretty excited to see within the suggestions on the Discord community, so shout out to DJ Alex for this one. And it's from Flats Clips, where if you know Flats, he plays Overwatch, Rivals, and as you guys know, I also have been playing Rivals and have been posting Rivals content on a separate channel. So that channel is linked in the description. Go give that a give that a sub if you're interested in Rivals content and other stuff around that. But anyway, this one is titled "Why Flats Will Never Play Dead by Daylight Again," and it's not too long, but I wanted to at least give my thoughts on it. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's listen to the Flats situation.
Have you played Dead by Daylight before? They're about to celebrate their 10-year anniversary in just a few days.
That game has been out for 10 years? That game has really been terrorizing people for 10 years? That's crazy. Yes, the answer is yes, I've played it. I will never willingly play that game again, unfortunately. That game scares me. Listen, a lot of people, myself included, talk a lot of shit about Rivals and Overwatch communities, and hell, I've played some gacha games. All of those pale in comparison to how fucking awful Dead by Daylight is.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight makes League look like a welcoming, fun community. I don't know how, but they do. Dead by Daylight is a game where you have to play by the made-up rules, not just by the game. You have to know the social rules. If you don't play the social rules, you've got some guy that's sending a hit on you through the deep, dark web, trying to have someone find your address because you walked around too many times and you put some guy on a hook too many times because you're supposed to sprinkle out the kills. Like, if one guy sucks more than everybody else, you can't go after that guy too much. You have to go after other people. Hell.
So there it is. I mean, that right there pretty much perfectly encapsulates everything wrong with this DVD community in a single clip. I mean, can you believe it? So I wanted to really talk about this situation because I think there's a lot to be said. There's a lot of things that come into play with a situation like this. And somebody as big as Flats talking about it, which has multiple channels with like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of subscribers across like what, 3 or 4 different channels with the Overwatch, like commentary, clips channel, you know, you name it, across 2 different games and stuff like that. Talking about this topic and saying something that I even covered previously when it came down to even case.
Finally, in a game. I can't wait to be gen rushed and not be able to play the game.
Prepare yourself.
Lamau. You can see. So now it what? It requires line of sight.
reshape the world. There's no need to resist.
Who I really don't watch any Queso at all, but I do understand that a big name like Queso talking about the game is also worth discussing because of the mere fact that the game is simply just not very good. It's not a good game. It has horrendous community. And as you can see, it's beyond obvious. that even people who start trying to play the game have talked about it. I've covered it in a previous video. I can't remember which one it was, but I can tell you with confidence that even people that were trying to start playing the game, even around, let's say, even like Five Nights at Freddy's when that came out, they immediately stopped playing the game. People that are casuals that load into the game don't play. That even people who start trying to play the game have talked about it. I've covered it in a previous video. I can't remember which one it was, but I can tell you with confidence that even people that were trying to start playing the game, even around, let's say, even like Five Nights at Freddy's when that came out, they immediately stopped playing the game. People that are casuals that load into the game don't play. Like, they're not interested in trying to play the game. And for good reason. What reason do they have to be playing the game at this point? The community is horrible. The balancing is terrible. You have this weird rule set, which I've discussed in a previous video as well. A strange rule set on how to play the game. Why? We don't know. There's no reason for it. It makes literally no sense. You can't go for the guy who's the weaker looper because, oh, you know, that means you're toxic and you're gonna get freaking people chasing you down and harassing you across the internet. Like, what are we doing? And sure, people can talk about the Rivals community, and as somebody who has been trying to get into the Rivals community, there are, of course, aspects that are pretty terrible because that's just kind of how it works with like team games and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, it's like, what did you expect? So all of that is really to say that I'm glad that we have other creators talking about how horrible this game is, and hopefully it'll get people to not want to play the game. Hopefully it'll get people to not play this game anymore. You know what I mean? Or at least try to remove people, or at least prevent people from trying to play the game. Because at the end of the day, like, the devs are not interested in providing a gameplay experience. The devs are not interested in trying to provide, like, you know, equality when it comes down to balancing and trying to create a game that is fun for both sides. That's just not a thing that happens. And ironically enough, because they have been so heavily focused on the Survivor side, only buffing the Survivor side, only updating positively for the Survivor side, it's like you're not only neglecting the Killer side, but on top of that, you also start to make it uninteresting for Survivor players, because people that are not brand spanking new to DBD will sit there and say, you know, I'm kind of getting bored. Like, there's not really much challenge, there's not really much stakes. I already know fully well I'm just going to escape regardless of the match. It does not matter who I'm facing, or you're facing the same exact characters every game because the Killer players are like, well, I can only play the strongest characters that I possibly can you know, use, because that's the only ones that can keep up in the current meta or can keep up with whatever it may be. So it's extremely difficult to say, like, or even to recommend this game to anybody. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy a lot of the time, because everybody's got a story, especially if they played Killer for any span of time. They've got a story. They have something to say. They always have something, and it's terrible. Like, why? Like, the community is horrible. Like, you get harassed if you play Killer. If sometimes even on Survivor, you'll also get a bad apple. Like, you'll just for some reason get somebody who's toxic on the Killer side as well. Although it is a bit more rare, I will say, it does happen. So it's kind of insane when you really think about it. I can't really say with confidence I'd recommend this game to anybody. I don't even play this game in my free time. Like, if I have free time, I'm not on this game. Hell no, I'm not on DBD. I'll tell you that much with full confidence. If you guys see me streaming, you guys know, like, I'm just streaming it because that's what people have sort of subscribed for or followed for on Twitch. It's mainly, you know, because they're coming from that community. But ultimately, like, I care way more for the Rivals community than I do for the DBD community. And now, maybe it's worse on Rivals. Who knows? It can be. There are a lot of bad apples on there too, but I would take Rivals way quicker than I would take the DBD community, because it's next level when it comes down to how ridiculous it is. I mean, the stories go on and on. I mean, we could even talk about how that one developer got harassed for making an offhand joke in a loading screen around the last anniversary about Skull Merchant. If you know, you know. I've covered that a while ago. So like, if that's not just one just perfect example, I mean, there's plenty more. I mean, you could just play Killer for any span of time and you'll probably find plenty more. So I want to know what you guys think about the situation at hand here. And do you agree with Flats? Do you think that he completely summarizes the entire scenario perfectly, or do you think that he's off the mark? I gotta know what you think. But let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, let's go ahead and read off these.
It's VHSX. What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I was going to actually cover a video that I had actually discovered in my recommended. But then I checked Discord and a few of you guys in the Discord community actually recommended the same video I found. So shout out to Mr. Shada X713 and also Unworldly Lime 47 for suggesting this video from Nana's Tomb. I think that's, I hope that's how you pronounce it. Titled "Getting the Killer Experience as a Survivor Main, Send Help." So I wanted to get my thoughts because, as you guys know, I've main Killer for quite some time. I've already dedicated 400 hours into Survivor and kind of decided that I didn't really find it fun anymore, and I stopped playing it because it did get pretty stale, just kind of filling bars all day. So I wanted to give my thoughts on this. And the original video is going to be linked in the description. We're just going to be talking about just certain talking points. We're not covering the full video. This is not to replace the creator's video by any means. It's just to specifically talk about talking points and other things like that. So let's go ahead and jump in. So let's go ahead and listen to the first section here briefly.
I mean, truthfully, I knew that already, but shit, I got more perspective than I needed to after playing Killer. I've talked my shit about Killer mains, so it's Survivor mains' turn now. Toxicity in this game is a given, and I'm never really shocked whenever I see it because I know it's bound to appear eventually. It's really only a matter of time, but I gotta say, I thought it was an exaggeration that survivors were legit getting mad that killers were actually trying to win, until I started playing Killer. Thought that shit was uncommon. It's not.
Yeah, that's the common misconception that a lot of Survivor players have, that they genuinely believe that their side is full of just these wonderful people that clearly don't care about their enjoyment. It's the killers. They're always so sweaty and oh my god, they're so mean. Oh my goodness, they don't want to have fun. And it's like, no, it's actually a lot more common for a killer to just be a casual player for more often than not. And more often than not, you're going to find like the sweatiest Survivor players as well. You know what I mean? It's like a common misconception on both sides of the spectrum that the other side is a villain in that sense. When there's people on with different viewpoints and different strokes for different folks type beat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different kinds of people that play either side, right? Now, unfortunately, there is just more people on Survivor on average. So you're just going to get even more opportunities to hear complaining and bitching and harassment from Survivor players than you are going to get from a Killer player. And I think it's because Killer players, at least from my experience speaking to a bunch of Killer players in the past, that they tend to have more self-awareness as to how the game is functioning, self-awareness as to their own skill level, or whether it be even the skill level of the Survivor players that they're facing. It just seems as if they just have more awareness and understanding of the game than the average Survivor player. And I've just kind of noticed that over my time playing this game. It always seems that way, that they really just have no idea as to what the hell they're talking about, and they usually have no idea as to what the hell is going on in the actual match. And I do even remember there was at one point I had seen on a stream where there was a Survivor player that was like streaming. They were just kind of running around the map, not really doing anything, and then somebody got killed or died, and then it was like, whoa, how did they die? And I'm just standing there like, well, because they got 2 hooks. Like, it made a lot more sense in context. It's been a lot of time since then. But I was like, my thought process was if one individual is just kind of doing that, I can't imagine like the average Survivor player off of a stream or something like that looking at the game. Like, what are they paying attention to all day? Like, that isn't the HUD. Like, how do you not know who's being chased and what's happening? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
I like pancakes, so you hate waffles, you bastard.
So that's just where I'm coming from with that. So we'll give more of a little bit of.
I guess because I'm not a crybaby bitch, I expect the other players to be the same way. My mistake. There are so many different unwritten rules
that is very based and very true
that killers are expected to follow to make the game more enjoyable for survivors, which isn't the point of the game. Talking about boring
and that right there is another very, very valid point. Killer players are supposed to bend over backwards to try to give the Survivor players the best possible experience, but it's never reciprocated. It's not something that you see.
Cool. Terraria, motherfuckers, when you enjoy classic instead of super evil death and destruction, ultimate carnage, and cataclysm final doomsday mode. Oh, fuck. God damn. It's true. It's true. Classic? You mean you don't play Revengeance? Alright. Let's play the fucking game. Third match of the day, I believe. If it stops people from having a dialogue. Ignores windows. Good. Ignore pallets. Ignore it. I found him. Now I can pressure him. 3 of them at once. Turn back the block is nice. Saves so much time.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, it's still aggressive. Nice.
You cannot This is it. Your time draws near.
Any Survivor players do, and even if they do, it's extremely rare for a Survivor player to even care about the killer's experience in the first place. And I mean, it's very evident from the endgame chat. It's very evident from DBD Twitter, Reddit, you know, YouTube comment section, Instagram, whatever platform. It's always going to be bitching and bitching and bitching from the Survivor side, and there's never any understanding or any sympathy. We've even covered previous videos, even recently, covering, like, you know, the killer experience, covering why this, in that one example in that video with the clown player, why he just kind of lost the game from the very start. And instead of understanding, like, damn, like, bro kind of messed up there, he wasn't really that good, and damn, like, taking into account the mere fact that killer must be difficult. If you lose one single chase at the start of the game's already over. That's insanity. And somehow that means the side is easy and it's killer sided. In what universe? I don't know. That's like, it's like going into Dark Souls. You're stuck at level 1, and somebody turns around. Well, that's so easy, you know. Like, you just fight the boss, dodge, forehead. It's like, but bro doesn't do any damage. He's got level 1. He has no health. and he needs to play perfectly, but it's easy. I'm like, easy for who exactly? When they're walking around with like maxed out weaponry and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just night and day difference, dude. Like, it's two different games at that point. But let's go ahead and jump forward to this section.
Really ever have to, mostly because I'm not in a position to do so feasibly, but a lot of the time it's stupid not to. Especially when a freshly unhooked survivor runs right into me. Like I'm gonna turn my happy ass around and chase someone else who's fully healed and probably halfway across the map already. I don't think so.
I've been saying that since day one. I've been constantly saying that since day one. And there's numerous reasons why. I'll give you a few, okay? One, why am I going to play at a disadvantage for their enjoyment when they're not playing at a disadvantage for my enjoyment? Or as it is. Like, keeping in mind that if a killer player is AFK, nobody stops doing gens, nobody stops healing, nobody stops unhooking, nobody stops moving, they don't wait for anybody. Yet killer players are for some unknown reason expected to wait for those players to come back if they're AFK. If a killer player is doing badly and they give up and stop moving, the gens keep flying. They keep on clicking, they keep on bagging, like they don't care. But if a survivor player stops running, oh, now the killer has to stop. Oh, they gotta stop attacking them now. Well, we gotta let them go. Why? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, the etiquette is not reciprocated. It's only beneficial to the survivor side, which leads back into what I keep saying with the entitlement issue that I've talked about constantly on this channel. It's all connected right there and then. It's all right there. It's all connected. And that is one of those aspects.
Why blame killers for tunneling when gen speeds are out of control?
There it is.
There's barely any counterplay to that isn't tunneling or slugging.
There it is.
Tunneling and slugging equals necessary pressure that probably wouldn't exist without it. I also don't think tunneling is toxic, you know, inherently. I've run into a few killers who tunnel, not for pressure, but because of really petty and or stupid reasons.
Which is very true. I do agree that does happen.
You gotta go to the
bathroom.
bathroom.
But people
I'll be
like
right
to
back.
use that as some kind of argument and say everybody's doing that. It's like, no, they're not. They don't know who the hell you are. They don't know you from anybody else. They're just trying to play the goddamn game. Just because you have a skill issue, just because you don't want to play competitively, does not mean that everyone else is going to stop doing what they're doing to appease your thoughts and appease your opinion on the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's in itself a sense of entitlement. And I understand that if you're like a beginner player, that's just kind of comes with the territory. Like, you're going to find people in multiplayer games that are just better than the game than you. That's just how it goes. But you have to roll with the punches in that sense. If you enjoy the game for what it is, you enjoy the core of it, then those aspects are going to be just a small part of it. And you'll understand, at least for me, like speaking for myself, I can look at something like Rivals and I say, you know, there's certain parts of this game that I don't like, but there's a lot of things that I do like. And I can overlook the fact that I can say go in a quick match, go against like 6 different people trying to sweat, or only target me instead of everybody else, the rest of my team, for whatever reason, because sometimes that does happen. They'll swap to your character, try to look for you specifically to kill you with that character. That does happen. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, it's one match out of how many I can put into a day, right? Like, I can easily play like 3 more and probably not even have that, or I can play ranked and have something else, or I can play a different mode and do something else. Like, so, you know, at least when it comes to Rivals, I look at it and I say, you know, there are aspects I don't like. I think the matchmaking, or whether it be the power, like the balancing, or the rank system, or, you know, the throwers, or the whatevers, and it's like, but at the end of the day, I like the core of it. And so, you know, that's just where I'm coming from with the game. That's just where I'm coming from. So if you're somebody who enjoys the core of the game, then I would understand if you overlook those things. However, I'm also on the same camp where I say, this game is not worth your time. This game is not respectful of your time, your investment, your knowledge. Because keeping in mind that as a killer player myself, with the thousands of hours that I've had at this point, it still applies to nothing that I'm doing in the game because of the perk balancing being so ridiculously overtuned for the survivor's side. I mean, you know, I'm having to, say, for example, playing Ghostface, I have to sit there and path perfectly and make sure I'm not spotted at any point, because I can get up close and then be able to do what I need to do, but then that's easily destroyed by the fact that they can press Shift W and sprint burst away. So all of that is nullified. All my effort is nullified because button press. And that's numerous examples of that. Whether it be I'm trying to get some hooks in and then Shoulder Burden activates, can't even do anything to counter that. Whether it be the off the hook endurance that allows them to immediately escape for free, the deliverance at end games, like there are so many things in this game that just nullify everything that I'm doing. And with just the press of a button, it's not even like you have to time these things or strategize or earn these things. These are just things that you just press and it's free activations. I mean, we can look at Dead Hard and Decisive and Vigil and Botany Knowledge and Self-Care and all these other perks that have no downsides. They're all bonuses. They're all insane bonuses with nothing added, yet we look at killer perks and all of them have some kind of fine print saying that you need to do this to activate it, you need to do that to activate it. We can look at a perk like from Kaneki, I believe it was. Nothing But Misery, I believe.
Kaneki. It's
called
funny
Nothing
the
But
way he
Misery,
says
something like that. A Hex perk where you need to land, I believe it was 18 M1s or something like that, so you can actually hinder the survivors, and it's a Hex totem. Hex, by the way. Like, what are we doing? We had perks like Pain Res that required to get 2 M1s a down and find the correct hook for only 20% regression that can easily be repaired in a half of a second because of everything else in the game. Yet we're giving flat bonuses to healing speed with no timers, no anything, with Botany, with Self-Care, with this, with Empathic Connection, with Resurgence, with this, and it's like the perks are just night and day differences. Like, they're not even remotely the same thing. None of these perks have the same level of effort required to gain the same amount of value from it. It's just not the same. Now, are there perks that are passives on both sides? Of course. But the thing is that when you look at a killer passive versus a survivor passive, the killer passive either is very short, or very specific with how it's used, or you have the healing speed, which increases the gen speed by proxy without any downside. Because you could look at lethal or brutal, and it's like, but those things require the input of survivor, right? In that sense, because they need to drop the pallet for you to break something, unless you consider a wall. But breaking a wall a little faster is not going to change the name of the game. Or for example, with lethal, sure, it's active at the start of the game, but it's active for maybe 9 seconds at the beginning, and it's never active again. Yet healing speed is consistent forever throughout the match. So it's like, it's just ridiculous.
It's exhausting. Again, this is something I already knew, or thought I knew, because experiencing it firsthand is some of the most humbling shit imaginable.
There it is.
There's never a dull moment when you're playing killer, and when there is, it's absolutely dreadful. The implications of not being in chase and not being able to find survivors is terrible. Silence is terrible.
This right here is something that I really like. It really held up a mirror, I guess, to that idea, because I remember on stream at one point, a streamer friend of mine showed up to the stream. I was playing Sadako, and I was joking around about the situation that they were in when they were streaming. They were playing Perkless Sadako. And then they were given like they were being told KYS for just playing Perkless Sadako and for quote-unquote tunneling, right? Which, if you guys already are familiar with that, I've covered that on the channel. But regardless, I remembered like that idea that in like when I was playing Sadako, like I was just teleporting around. And I knew I don't remember if there was any confusion as to why I was doing that. I can't remember the specifics, but I vividly remember like the stress that I had, because I was like, look, this is how it is. I gotta keep moving. I literally verbally was saying, I gotta teleport here. Okay, check over here. Okay, go over here. Okay, teleport back. Okay, gotta check this. Oh, they regard the save. I have to go back now. Blah blah blah. And then I like just that idea in my head, and I remember like saying like. I remember them saying in the chat, like, yeah, you're stressing me out. And then I thought in my head, or at least I responded, and I said, you know, this is how it is when I'm playing killer. Like, it's stressful. Like, I'm constantly having to be on the move. And I don't know why that stuck with me for so long, but I think now hearing this is exactly why. It's because it directly encapsulates what it is to play killer. Why it's so exhausting. Why I can only play a few games and I'm already like, yo, I gotta get off of this. I'm exhausted. Like, it's so mentally straining to just sit there and constantly be on the move, locked in, super hyper focused, to try to make sure that I don't lose pressure here, there, and everywhere, because sometimes windows of pressure are so small and quick, and if you miss your chance, it's pretty much a game over. And that's when you're going against experienced players. I know a lot of Survivor players that will load up killer will have an easy match and think, oh wow, that was so easy. But it's like you're also a beginner killer going against beginner survivors. Like, of course it's going to be easy for you. But magically in the conversation, when it comes up, MMR doesn't exist magically. And
I will not be denied. not escape. Let me You cannot run.
Never know I'm here. Now this is actually this is honestly really fucking cool. I actually really like playing the first. Now we wait. Damn. I hear noise.
Prepare yourself. Enough of this. Let's end this.
Nice. My son, who I hate. No. Oh, that sure is interesting, but I sure don't care.
The conversation. They forget it exists. So I have to say that right there directly encapsulates that feeling of playing killer, and I've never really thought about it until that moment where I really thought about it, and I'm like, yo, I'm really like out here having to be on my A game because this character is so weak. Like, Sadako is a character that you have to be on the move because of how fast the tapes can be pulled out of the damn machine. Like, it's like half a second, I think, they can take to just pull out the tape, and then boom, your TV's turned off. Now you can't teleport, and now they're immune to your teleporting for your condemned. It's like, golly.
Playing killer, in my opinion, requires more skill than survivor, and so much more.
You heard it there, folks. You heard it there. You heard it there. Let's play it again for anybody who needs to hear it again.
Playing killer, in my opinion, requires more skill than survivor.
Yeah, one more time for anybody in the back.
Is terrible. Playing Killer, in my opinion, requires more skill than Survivor.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We got it. That's all we needed to hear. That's how we know. Based, we this is a good video because now we're getting into straight facts. It ain't opinions no more. This is facts. This is facts. I've been saying this nonstop. There's a lot of people that may disagree with that. They're trying to say like, oh, we have to counter all the powers with Survivor. It's so hard. I'm like, well, I broke it down in that Horser video a little while back, and I broke it down. I said, you know, that like a lot of these powers are countered by about the same 3 strategies. Either you shift W, you move to the side, and then maybe sometimes you'll change directions at random, which is still the same thing as the last 2. Now, there's only certain characters that can counter the shift W nonsense, which is Kaneki. And another character that comes to mind is Henry, because you can't just hold you can still shift W against him, but when you're in his range, you have to move in a way that he can't predict, which goes outside of the usual of the shift W and then just, you know, pre-drop nonsense. And that right there is why I'd say like Survivor's just going to be easier. Like you have so much more downtime. Your objective is very simple. You're filling bars all day, and most of the counters to these powers are moved to the side. Like, let's be so honest. Like any range character, move to the side. Go behind a wall, move to the side. Whether it be Pyramid Head, move to the side. Artist, move to the side or run away. Like, unless you're going against like a pro artist who knows what the hell they're doing. Like, that's a whole other situation. Then they might be able to like pull out some shots you've never seen before, but 9 times out of 10, move out of the way, get out, move to the side, move to the side, move to the side. Like, go to the, like, click on any character, move to the side. Ghostface, look at him. He's an M1 pre-drop, same stuff. Move to the side. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't necessarily change that much.
Whenever the
Nurse,
obsession
I mean,
takes
ignores all the
damage.
rules of that.
Wait, did
so
they
with
change
Nurse,
how
a
to
whole
save
different
this from
experience.
last
Like, you have to try to like hide your line of sight, move
Now it's no
erratically,
longer when you hit the obsession.
stuff like that. Unless it's like a
the
master
obsession takes
nurse, then
damage.
like obviously she's gonna go through
That's
walls and probably just
better.
kill you. So like that's just Nurse being Nurse. But regardless, it's really interesting to me that all the counters boil down to just that. So like, let's be so for real. Like, how much skill do you truly need to play Survivor at that point? Like, come on, bro.
And so much more split-second thinking and surveillance that I sometimes don't have the energy for. You know, I never liked being it in a game of tag. I guess things never change. Deciding which perks to put on which killer and then having to figure out how to use them effectively is hard.
There it is. You see? You're limited by your perk selection, you're limited by your character's power level, you're limited also by your own add-on selection as well. I mean, oh boy, like it just gets better and better. But what I want to go ahead and do is pass the video on for you guys to watch on your own. Let me know your thoughts on what we discussed in the video in the comment section. Consider becoming a member on YouTube or Patreon for exclusive content, perks, and to be able to support. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, let's go ahead and read off these wonderful members. We got Patreon, Crow Vader. All my YouTube members, Brando, Evil Blade, Cap Courteous, WTF You're Not J-Lo, Evil Peach, Kargan Falcon, Dole Whip, Noxus, Zero Mocker, Jack, Christian, and Crow Vader. Really appreciate you guys supporting, man. And if you also subbed on Twitch, just know that you got love coming your way too. Appreciate you guys, man.
Oh, whoops. I accidentally had this on minimize.
It's VHSX. What do you mean?
All right, everybody, welcome back. Thought I would just decide to go through the sewer system that is the DBD forums and take a look at a pretty juicy Survivor entitlement looking forum post here, which I find it to be very hilarious. But let's go ahead and give it a read. So they say, can we please do something about this 2 Survivor scenario It is really boring to deal with. Now, what I find really hilarious, and there's like this is a two-parter. One is the fact that survivors don't believe that playing Survivor isn't boring, because it genuinely is. And let's be so for real here, like you spend most of your time filling a bar. So like, I don't really think that the two Survivor scenario is the thing that's boring. But that's besides the point. The second part to this is the sort of entitlement. And there's a third part, which is the idea that we're somehow forgetting how the game functions with just one sentence. Like, congratulations, your teammates died. Yes, that's how it goes. The game is just working as intended. So it reads, there are 2 survivors left. Killer downs one of them, then searches the whole map for the other one. It is a waste of time and not very engaging. Congratulations. Welcome to DBD. Give the down survivor a way to instantly die after like 15 to 20 seconds of being down. It gives the last survivor a fair chance at escaping. Otherwise, an automatic win for killer, with everyone DCing when the last survivor is found. So that doesn't really make any sense, because if everybody's down, that means that the killer already won. There's no magic button that's gonna somehow reverse all of that. Like you know, the killer already won at that point. There's nothing else to add to that. There really isn't another way to counter this currently, at least not the one that I can think of. I don't know why the survivor mains want to think that there's some kind of counter to the game working as intended. Like, you get downed, you lose. That's it. Like, you know, if everyone's downed, the game's over. That's it. Like, congratulations. Now, mind you, on top of this as well, is that something like this will get immediately upvoted, or they'll pay so much attention to it. And yet when a killer player is like, bro, like, they're wasting a bunch of time seeing the endgame collapse. Oh, just push them out, yo. Just push them out. So I'll just use the same logic here. If they're just not picking you up, get on your phone, alt tab, go somewhere else, get a drink of water, like, you know, take a walk, like, do something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are we saying they're staring at just, oh man, oh, I'm not doing anything. Like, come on, bro. Like, being on your phone is probably gonna be way more entertaining than Survivor can be in the matter of 2 hours, and compared to the 5 minutes you're on your phone. Come on. But anyway, besides the point, they say remove hatch and replace it with some other objective doesn't make the last 2 survivors stealth hard. Calling for it for 3 to 4 years, but somehow people still think giving win to a survivor with 0% effort is a fair mechanic. I've been saying that for ages. I think we have to rework that survivor side, of course rebalance it so it's less broken on there, but regardless, more so trying to make it more engaging and interesting, because if you're only filling a bar up all day long on that side,
I will not be denied. You have little time left. Enough games. This is it.
Oh, great. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, they're both down. Hello. Now you die.
I think the time has come.
I love the finisher more. It makes things so faster. GG. No! Even with just bots. It ain't worth it. He was forced to play DBD. It's too late, I think. First knock, now you. Poor. Actual gameplay. Yeah, holy shit. I haven't even used any of his iridescence. He's just so fucking fun to play. But I think that's a good amount of time to play it for him. With all that said, thank you all for watching. I hope you have all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Later! Excuse me.